Hey, what's up? This is Joe. I'm in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, and I wanted to make this video to kind of show you the culture that I found here in the state of Sinaloa. Before I came, I had absolutely no idea what the whole place was about, and since I've been coming down, it's just been constantly awesome. A place that's continuously opened my eyes to all kinds of different music, culture, food. It's one of my favorite places in all the world to go. I asked in the last video if you guys had anything that you wanted to see. You guys came up with some really great ideas. I've made a list of that, so you'll see some of that in this video, but more in the videos to come. With that being said, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. As usual, I've included an optional donate link in the drop box if you'd like to contribute to this project. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the road. The state of Sinaloa is located on the west coast of the Mexico mainland and contains some of the world's most beautiful beaches. Noteworthy for hosting an influx of German and French immigrants during its history, this state has stayed true to its roots and inspired an entire genre of music. It contains its own unique take on fresh seafood and a convivial atmosphere which is unrivaled. Our journey into this fascinating culture begins on the Mazatlan Malacon, the longest in the world. So all along the Malacon in Mazatlan are these thatch roof huts they call palapas, kind of like that. But on the sand, on the beach, they all sell what they call mariscos, which are basically seafood. A lot of them, fried fish is a Mazatleca specialty. Cocktail de camarón, which is like shrimp cocktail, ceviche with lime juice and tomato juice and stuff, onions and various other things. So I heard about this place, Puerto Azul. A lot of these places don't have a lot of people right now, but this place is absolutely packed. Let's go check it out. Puerto Azul. This is a what they call a cocktail de camarón, and it's got octopus, pulpo as they say, lime juice with oysters as well. Big slab of Mexican mayonnaise, which has limes, sea salt, tostadas. I got the ocean right there. The whole view of the city of Mazatlan. Doesn't get any better than this. Pulpo is octopus. Get your mariscos así. A little bit of limon. A bit of sal. Get your salsa sinaloense. Ya estás listo. Very common here on the beaches. They bring out a table and an umbrella for you, extra chairs, stuff like that. Having nurtured a long-time interest in both hunting and butchering, I inquired to Lily about the possibility of acquiring a large amount of meat for the freezer. It just so happened a friend of hers had a connection with the butcher in town, and we managed to score an amazing deal on a sizable quantity of beef. As I was preparing to do the butchering myself, the butcher informed me the cost would be the same, so we sat back and watched the professional do his work. So this is like the day's entertainment right here. We're in the Mercado in Mazatlan, and this is más entertaining, más divertida que mirando televisión. The guys working at this carniceria were extremely accommodating to my request to learn more about the butchering process, explaining in depth where each of the cuts came from, and displaying an unusual amount of enthusiasm for their work.
Trabajó como 13 horas en el amigo con una carne, pero enseñó una foto con una chulada. Yo si no la probamos, no nos trajo.
Sí, ya sé.
Pero 13 horas dice que yo trabajando en una
He
granja.
has a Brazilian customer and he used to buy a special.
All told, we came away with about 5 kilos of beef, ribeye steaks, tenderloins, a beautifully marbled cut called arrachera, and a couple pounds of beef fat on the house. This banquet of beefy deliciousness cost around $45, the equivalent of $4 a pound. We got these ribeyes at the carniceria, the mercado in El Centro, and they cost about $4 a pound. So everybody back home in Estados Unidos complaining about the price of beef, come to Mexico. That's what $4 a pound gets you. Arriba. Baseball is an extremely popular sport in Sinaloa, with a total of 4 professional teams. The Mazatlan Venados have their own stadium here, and it's extremely common to walk past folks wearing merchandise with the team's logo. This is a new park that just opened up, and really nice. Voy a tomar una foto de la señal. Puro Sinaloa. There's a food truck, burgers, camiones de comida. Está muy popular en Estados Unidos ahora. Aquí también un poco.
Pero más en Estados Unidos, ¿no?
Puro calidad. This park had been under construction last time I was here, so it was great to see it finally opened up. I was surprised to see this statue of French explorer Jacques Cousteau on display here, and after doing some digging, found that the mayor of Mazatlan had requested this a couple years back, a symbol of the area's love of maritime history and conservation. Having a semi-arid climate, the rainy season in Sinaloa begins in March and lasts through the summer, with the rest of the year seeing little rainfall. This winter, everything was nice and green, the result of 2 hurricanes and an unusual amount of precipitation over the summer. As I was meandering my way down through the mountains to get here, I just missed Lily's birthday, so I took her out for a special day Sinaloense style, complete with beach, seafood, and banda music. Música banda is a style of music that originated in Sinaloa with elements of German polka music combined with traditional Mexican music. It's notable for the prominent use of the tuba as well as percussion instruments. It has since become insanely popular across Latin America and around the world. Música banda. Famous banda music of Mazatlan, Sinaloa. Cuatro. 4 bands playing music out here. Just to show you how popular it is. Within a quarter-mile stretch of beach, there were a total of 4 bands belting out this style, evidence of its extreme popularity in the state. All of a sudden, the tuba player has been elevated to rock star status. Puedes obtener un concierto gratis aquí. we got to the restaurant for Lily's birthday dinner, the Sinaloa-style Banda was in full effect. This doesn't get any more Sinaloense than this. This is ceviche de camarón, which is raw shrimp that's basically cooked in lime juice, which effectively cooks the shrimp if it's marinated long enough. If not, you got raw shrimp. But música Banda and El Mar and Lily, this doesn't get any more Sinaloa than this. What do they call people from Mazatlan? Just as we were finishing our dinner, we rushed outside to see an incredible fireworks display. Holy damn. It's serious fireworks. Wow. It's not the aim of this video to address any stories you may have seen on the news, but suffice to say that after traveling through a majority of Mexico, I've frankly never felt safer than when I'm here. The roads are good, and there's a pervasive atmosphere of friendliness wherever you go. This, where I'm at, is in a cocina economica. It's usually the cheapest way to eat in Mexico. I just got some huevos con chorizo, my favorites. I'm on a diet, so tortillas are unfortunately off the menu, or desafortunadamente, as they say. Otherwise, cool little place, hole in the wall. I've had some of my best meals in places like this, so I'm hungry. See you later. That plate of huevos con chorizo I just ate back there was 55 pesos for that and the coffee. For just the chorizo was 40 pesos, which is like $2, a little bit less. And then so that with the coffee, I mean, that was less than $3 for a pretty substantial meal. It would have been more substantial with the tortillas, but fuck, I mean, try to beat that. So these are carnitas del bigotes, and of course I have to get the mixto, liver, kidneys, heart, lungs, all the good stuff. They are not quite as adventurous as I, so they get the regular old carnitas. But para mí, mi mezcla tiene buen sabor.
Cheers.
Just got this, what they call nieves, which is like sort of like shaved ice with every single possible flavor you can imagine. Nuez, which is like walnut, pistachio. I don't even. These nieves are a kind of shaved ice made from fruit juices and absolutely packed with flavor. In this one bowl, we had about 9 different types, including such unusual flavors as plum, cream cheese, pistachio, and walnut. extremely fertile state in terms of agriculture. Sinaloa is known as Mexico's breadbasket. With around 4 growing seasons per year, there's never any shortage of amazing fresh produce. So we joined Lily, who was doing something. Looks like cooking to me. So we're doing, so I got this, as you saw, this is the arrachera, which you may have seen if you've seen some of my previous videos. This is a favorite of mine. It's a very tender cut of meat with good marbling. It's got good fat content, not too much. One of my favorite cuts of meat in Mexico. So anyway, this is marinated for about 30 minutes in the juice of jugo de naranja. So Lily has these oranges. She's squeezing the juice out of them. Soy sauce and what they call salsa Inglaterra, salsa inglesa, which is Worcestershire. 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 ¿Tú puedes decir Worcestershire?
No. Salsa inglesa.
If you can't say Worcestershire,
Worcester.
salsa inglesa.
Worcester.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
My grandma used to say Worcester.
Worcester.
Worcestershire. Worcester sauce. So anyway, we're gonna marinate that. And salsa Maggie, I think she's gonna use for something. Asparagus, and there's something else. This is the salsa in the making. They roast the salsa in the pan with no oil until they get a nice black on one side of it. It'll be sort of black like that. Or a little bit. The quality of this produce correlates directly to the quality of the finished product and is a huge overall contributor to the amazing flavors found south of the border. That's really the flavor of the salsa. It cooks it a little bit. I had no idea about Mexican cooking until I came down here and watched Lily cook. I had no idea how salsa was made, what the process was. It's actually, as it turns out, pretty straightforward, different from a lot of other cooking processes around the world. Otro diente, they call it a tooth of garlic.
Garlic. Garlic tooth.
En Estados Unidos es clove.
¿Cómo?
Clove, como clave,
Okay.
clavo.
Ajá.
But aquí is tooth. I like tooth better.
Sí.
And the whole thing is a cabeza, which is a head of garlic.
Una cabeza.
And one tooth. Oh, that's a baby tooth. That's a big tooth.
Sí.
The arrachera. Beautiful. Arrachera. Next, we place the arrachera in the marinade and place it back in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Refrigerator. Down there to marinate for about 30 minutes. The smell. Huele bueno. With just a few ingredients in Mexican cooking, you can create flavors. Very intense flavors. It's pretty impressive. A couple of vegetables and salt and pepper.
Y súper económico.
¿Y pimiento también?
No.
No? Not even pepper.
Solamente sal.
Because you have chile.
Sí.
Chiles. It's just tomato, a couple of peppers, roasted in a pan like that, no oil, no nothing, and then ground into a molcajete like this, and then sprinkled with sea salt, sal de mar.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And you
And
make
it is
a paste.
incredible.
First, you do a paste with garlic and salt.
Okay, first a paste. Okay.
And then you are adding the rest of the ingredients, like onion,
Okay.
peppers, and tomato. Instead of roasting, you can boil
Boil.
the vegetables.
Sí.
But I prefer to
Más sabor.
roast them.
It's más sabor. So?
Roasted, yes.
Uh-huh.
I prefer roast.
So you get more, you could boil these, but you get more flavor roasting them in a pan like that. The smell is absolutely incredible. And that's it. That's a salsa. I'm not Mexican, but I'm going to try. And this is what we're left with. It's a beautiful color. It's so tender. It's like butter, like mantequilla. The state of Sinaloa is, for me, one of the most interesting in Mexico. With its own unique spin on music and food, unpretentious vibe, and some of the friendliest people you're likely to meet anywhere, it's a place that always keeps me coming back. My hope with this video is to shed some light on the true culture of this incredible place, that with any hope you can look past whatever preconceptions you might have and experience it for what it is. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.